Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am so excited about this topic. Me and Dylan went back and forth today, like, what are we gonna talk about? And then we're like, we should just talk about what we've been talking about almost every single day for the last few months. So I'm excited to
I would say even like a year.
but like I'm just excited to like put it all out on the table and get your opinion in our housing situation. Do you want me to start off with like kind of my thoughts about it?
Yeah, and I feel like
Okay.
a lot of people can relate too, because
Yeah.
you see everybody in like big mansions on social media and stuff like that, or and like the house, the home is a very important place. So
Right.
it's like a big topic. I feel like a lot of families and couples deal with this stuff.
Right. And for us too, like I feel like there's so many different aspects that we're currently looking into as we're working on this next big step, right? And I kind of feel like we're in a situation where we're comfortable where we are. We have our family nearby, we have the perfect daycare situation for the kids. Like we have everything we need right here, right now. But we are tired of living here. We are ready for like a house that like reflects us. I don't know, like I just feel like I am ready for like our dream house. And we got engaged, moved into here, bought this place, and we've been here ever since. We got engaged, married, had 2 kids, and like still are at the same place. But so I feel like it has done its work, but we're ready to like move on.
Yeah, and we're super grateful for what we do have. But it was like very much so when we bought this house back in 2019.
Yeah.
And it was very much like a starter house. It's a 3-unit house. And so we live in one. Our place is very separate, so it feels like a single family house. But it does have, 2 rental apartments attached to it. So we knew when we bought it that it was like a starter home. And we've been here, now coming up on 5 years this summer, I think, right? Yeah. So, at some point, but then it's also, we have it really good because our living and like housing expenses are so low here. Because we bought it, back in 2019 before the market went crazy, and we have the rental apartments that, basically cover the mortgage.
Yeah, I feel like it's like hard, right? Because it's like we go back and forth because you look at the prices of houses right now, you look at the interest rate, and we look at our situation where we have 2 young kids who really do love to live in like a smaller home.
They're fine here. It doesn't. It's more like they feel like there's enough room.
Yeah.
The problem is that their play area is like our living room.
Right.
And
I don't know. It's just like it's like literally trying to figure out. I don't know. And then I feel like it's just like societal pressure, right? Sometimes like you said, you're seeing everyone our age in these big like extravagant homes, and we're like, we want that too, but it doesn't.
But I
make
think
sense
all
for us.
those homes are in like Texas or something, because those homes aren't really being built around here. It doesn't seem, and if they are, they're like, very expensive.
Yeah, I just think that it's important that we talk about this because I know like especially on Instagram and stuff, we're always talking like, okay, like we're looking for a home, we'll go to open houses and do all these fun things, and then it's like, oh, what makes sense? And another thing that I was bringing up too is, right, we have Ayla who's almost 4 years old. So at 5, she starts big girl school, right? And so we've been really looking into like the school system we want her to be in. And I can tell you, it's not in the current area where we are right now, right? So it's kind of like trying to figure out where do we want to go? What makes sense right now? Like, I know that we want to live by the water. We want to be like in a fun upcoming town, right? So it's just so many things to look at.
Yeah, I feel like, it's tough because we really do have a good situation with it. Like, we're very close to my parents. We're very close to her parents. The school program that the kids are in right now is really awesome. It makes a lot of sense.
It's run by our families.
They'll only be there for probably like 2 more years. So it's like, do we buy something around here, knowing that, well, in 2 years we might, want to look to other locations. I think in general, like a big move for us, like, is probably out of the question. We're probably not going to move like way far out of state or something like that, or or across the country, because we ultimately always want to be close to the rest of the family.
Right.
But, we can stay within like an hour and maybe go to some areas that are a little bit more, good for families and a little bit more lively and stuff like that. And we can find, maybe that house. But we don't have that exact location right now picked out. And if we try to make a move right now, it would be disruptive to like the school program that we have going on
and
right
the
now.
help we have, right? And like I always say, like we're in a current chapter of our life where our kids are so young, and you guys know it takes a village to raise a family. And I feel like especially in this young age where you want them to be with like the people you trust and love the most. So we have that situation where it's so good, but it's hard because it's like we are also ready for that next step. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough. I feel like, let us know what you think you guys would do. I know it's probably relatable for a lot of people. Like a lot of people make sacrifice to live close to family or whatnot. But for us too, it's like we have a good situation because we don't really have a lot of, living or like mortgage expenses because it's covered by like rentals.
Right.
So that's kind of what we're toying with and going back and forth with. Debating on what do we want to do.
And right now we're smiling, but usually we're like, I'm ready for this. And you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things that we like talk about, and sometimes it brings up like those like friendly arguments, I would say, So yeah.
But it's good problems to have.
Yes.
It's good problems to have. But it's we'll see. We want to figure it out in the next like year or so. Or maybe even less than that, like commit to what we want to do for the next 4 or 5 years. Because I think any further than that, it's hard to try to plan out. But if we can get a plan in place for the next 5 years, say, I feel like we'd feel much better about our plans and living situation.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what people think. So what do you guys think? Like, would you guys make that move right now, or would you stay where you're at, where you kind of have what you need, but like you're not in your ideal living situation? You know what I mean? So what are your guys' thoughts? Like, someone else should be going through this. We want to know. All right. Bye.